Hi guys, I welcome you back to my channel. This is Eke Nyambi and this is my YouTube channel. So the last thing that you want to be in is a toxic relationship. We go into relationships to be happy. We go into relationships to complement each other. We go into relationships so that we could be the better version of ourselves. But then sometimes you find yourself in a toxic relationship. You know that you are in a toxic relationship. Sometimes you don't even know. And you are torn between holding on or moving on. It's because most of the times we think that I have invested so much in this relationship, and so when I leave, I'm now going to start from scratch. Sometimes you think that this person has even made you feel that you are nobody and that without him or her, you might not find another person. So in this video, we'll be talking about toxic relationships, signs that shows that a relationship is toxic and how you can break out of a toxic relationship. Because as I said, my dear, you don't want to be in a toxic relationship. No, that is the last thing you want to be in. So if you are interested, kindly stick with me. Let's do this. So the first sign that shows that your relationship is toxic is when there is no trust in the relationship and when there is constant jealousy. So in the relationship, maybe one person did something. The person thinks that I have already apologized and so is looking forward for the other to forgive him or her. But the other person might also say, oh, I've forgiven you, but the trust has been broken. So for instance, this guy came to my DM and said that he has been going out with his girlfriend for some time. Yeah, they have even started marriage plans. And then he visited his friend way back, his schoolmate. He knows that his friend is into this online scamming, romance scamming. So the friend pretends to be a woman and then they scam people online. And so when he went, he was asking his friend, but you were a man. How then are you able to scam people that you were a woman and so to get them do what you want them to do? And then he said, oh, I have videos and pictures of ladies who are ready to sell their videos and pictures to me, and then I use them. He said, I have pictures of ladies who are decently dressed, some who are half naked, some who are naked, and then I use those pictures. So the guy said, oh, I have a folder on my laptop. If you want, I could show you. And he started going through the folder. And he saw a folder that has the same name as his girlfriend. He opened it, and lo and behold, out of curiosity, he opened it and he saw his girlfriend's pictures, some naked, some half naked. He even saw a sex video of the girlfriend and another man, though the man's face didn't come in the video. And then he told his friend, I know this lady. This lady seems familiar, but he didn't tell the friend that that lady is his girlfriend. So he went back and called the girlfriend and asked her, this and this and this is what I've seen. Then the lady started telling stories. The lady cried, apologized, and he said that I have forgiven you. But then he came to me and he said, Madam, I have not forgiven her. And I think that when I continue to do this, I am pretending. He is in the relationship, but there is no trust in the relationship. Sometimes your boyfriend or your girlfriend cheated on you. You decided that, okay, let me try and forgive her. Let me try and forgive him. But there is no trust. And so because of that, it results in constant jealousy. My dear, if there is no trust in a relationship, and then there is this constant jealousy, I'm sorry, but that relationship is toxic, and this is something that you don't want to be in, because especially when you are the one who cheated, you would always have to be looking over your shoulder. You would always have to be trying to earn the person's trust, and this might look stressful and frustrating. So if there is no trust and constant jealousy, then my dear, the relationship might be toxic. The next thing is that when there is manipulation and control in the relationship, one person wants to control the other. When the guy says, I am the man, what I say is final. Yes, we are supposed to respect you. Yes, your lady is supposed to respect you. But then her ideas also matters. Her suggestions also matters. Yes, you are the man, but then nyansa eni baako for. So when one person tries to control the other, when the other person tries to manipulate the other, it says, what I say is final. You don't have any say, whether you like it or not. Whatever I say, you do, my dear. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. That is a sign of a toxic relationship. Then the next thing is frequent arguments and fight. Yes, conflict is normal in relationship. So far as we have different personalities, so far as we were brought up differently, so far as both of us came from different backgrounds, by all means there is going to be conflict. But when there is conflict, there shouldn't be any personal attack. Conflict just means that both of us have different perception about an issue. So I say my perception, you say your perception. Sometimes the conflict cannot be resolved because we cannot come to an agreement. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree. But when it's like every day we are fighting, every day we are arguing, not even a single thing that both of us will come to an understanding and said, oh, okay, this one, let me come to the middle. You also come to the middle. Or this one, let me compromise to your idea. No, every day you are fighting an argument, my dear. This is a sign of a toxic relationship. The next thing is emotional and then physical abuse. When the person tries to abuse you emotionally, when the person tries to abuse you physically, by emotional abuse, physical and verbal abuse, the person insults you, make you feel less of yourself. The person, like, my dear, you don't have value in the relationship. Yes, when the person is angry, he or she is not able to control his or her anger, lifts his hand and hits you. And this is a relationship you want to be in. This is a pure sign of toxic relationship, and you do not want to be in a relationship like that. The next sign of a toxic relationship is when the person tries to isolate you from family and friends. So when anybody wants to abuse you, the first thing is the isolation. The person makes you feel that, no, you don't need them. I'm the only person that you need. But I always tell you that empanachie or romantic relationship is not the only relationship you need in this life. There are other relationships you need to develop yourself, to build yourself. And so when the person says, I don't want you to talk to anybody, I don't want you to be friends with anybody, you can't have a life outside the relationship. This is a clear sign of a toxic relationship, and you don't want to be in a relationship like that. The next thing is that when the person tries to criticize you and belittles you, as I said, your ideas don't matter. A lady came to my DM, and when I look at what she had written for me, I said, so why are you still in this relationship? The guy has made her feel that when you leave me, you can't get any other person than me. Like, are you the only person in this world? Are you the only person in this world that if I am to leave you, there is no way I can find somebody that like you? Yes, I can't find anybody like you because I can find someone who is better than you. So if the person makes you feel less of yourself, you feel belittled in a relationship, the person is always criticizing you, he or she has not found one good thing that you have ever done in the relationship, my dear, I'm sorry, but that is a sign of a toxic relationship. And then when you feel trapped and helpless in the relationship, you feel that this person is the one who is taking care of me financially. I wish I could get out of the relationship because of this, that. But because I don't have anybody to take care of me, let me remain in the relationship. That's it's a toxic relationship. When the lady tells you, I'm pregnant for you, and whether you like it or not, you have to marry me, you feel trapped, you feel helpless, if you don't have a say, if you cannot even walk out of the relationship, my dear, that is a toxic relationship. So these are signs that a relationship is toxic. How then do you get out of a toxic relationship? The first thing is that you have to recognize that you are in a toxic relationship. Before you get out, if you don't recognize it, when I'm bound to say this relationship that I'm in is toxic, there is no way you can break out. Yes, because you don't know it's bad. You've accepted the normal. You've accepted it to be normal, but ask yourself that, is your normal? If your normal is not normal, then my dear, you have to recognize that you are in a toxic relationship. And the next thing is that you have to make a plan to leave. I always say that start making your exit plan. How do you want to get out? Yes, this is a toxic relationship. Do you really want to get out? How do you then want to get out? It can be that you have to sit down with the person and tell the person, gentleman, lady, I'm sorry, but I think that this is not working. Maybe you can also find a fault with the person and based on that and decide that because of this thing that you did, I have to get out. Akwaba played a song. He said, okay, why did I hear that? And now baby, I'm fafa. Because now you want to get out, just get something. The person does something based on this and say, because of this thing, I need out. Then you have to get the support of family and friends. Yes, now friendship is becoming some way because you don't know who to trust. But believe you me, there are people that you can trust. Get someone you can trust, a family member, a friend who will encourage you, who will talk to you, and then you'll be able to gather the courage to work out of the relationship. And then you can also seek the help of a therapist, the help of a counselor, the help of a relationship expert. If you need someone to talk to, I'm available. Just send me a message on IG or Facebook. It is a Nyami on all social media platforms. And then I'll make time and then we talk. But if you see that these signs are in your relationship, my dear, you definitely have to make your plan and get out. And then the next thing is that you have to cut all contacts with the person. You can't be out and be in at the same time. Because you want out for the time being, you have to cut all contact. I have done a video of how to deal with broken heart. If you get to that level that you think that you are broken hearted, I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. You can watch it after you watch this video. And then after you've been able to get out, focus on self-care and then focus on how you can heal yourself. Take care of yourself, exercise, listen to music, develop yourself, read books, whatever makes you happy, focus on that. And the last thing is that you have to learn from the experience and move on. I always say that whatever situation you find yourself in life, learn a lesson from it. So these are the things that happened. These are the signs that show that it's a toxic relationship. I didn't work out. I spent days and years and months in that relationship. Now I've worked out. Learn a lesson from that experience and then move on. But I always say that you train a man how you want him to treat you. When the person starts treating you that way and you are not okay, as early as possible you move out. Don't be in the relationship and hope that things will change. If that is the person's perspective, if that is how the person sees relationship, then my dear, things might not change. It is better you work out at the early stage than to waste months, years, and days in that relationship. So if you saw any of these signs in your relationship, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you this. You are in a toxic relationship. You have to gather courage and work out. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. My name is Ekenya. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. And I'll see you in the next video. Nyamenka.